Hello everyone, it's Jenifer Miller, a Bella Rain, coming to you on the Wendy's Crafting Friends YouTube channel. Thank you, Chris, for inviting me back. I am so excited to be sharing the designing part of the Softflex gingerbread design kit. And this was for November, so this was last month's. And then we design all month. And then every single month, the last Wednesday of the month, Softflex company will release another design challenge kit. And I have this all ready for the December 27th launch from Softflex company. Have that all ready to go. I have some extra bead strands, and be sure to subscribe to Wendy's channel so that you won't miss out on that reveal, as I will be revealing and designing with the Softflex design kits each month. This month was such an incredible mix of beads and components. We had some ear wires, we had lobster clasp, we have charms from Tiara Cast, and we just have so much included in this pack. If you want to see everything that was included in this design kit, please check out the video in the description from earlier this month. All right, so for this, and I'm sorry that I'm losing my voice still, trying to keep it, but it just keeps on kind of going in and out. But what we did, this is how I design. I just kind of take a spare pair of wire, which this was actually from a bead strand, and then I just start putting stuff together. And I sometimes will start in the middle and then work my way out. And I kind of did that here because this was the first portion that I had, was right here. These three beads with those gorgeous bead caps and daisy spacers, or sheriff badges. Maria, I believe, mentioned them as being sheriff badges. Call them just big flywheels, right? And I started out with that little bundle and then just started working from there. So I came this way and I came that way. And I moved things around as I was working through, because I was thinking that I might want to take these smaller beads and bring them up here so that I can keep all of these together, which I might do. I'm not sure. I ran out of spacers because I kept on using spacers, so I might just keep it like that. And this is going to hang this way. So this will be on your neck like this, and then the rest will be behind your neck. And so we're going to add some chain. But that's what we're going to do. We're going to do this. And so I put them together over on this side. I did bring out some wire guardians. I do like to protect the wire. I did make a little jump ring for the lobster clasp. I made that out of some 20 gauge craft wire, also from Softflex, because I was kind of playing around with the earrings and finished them off. And I finished them off camera. But what I did was I did some wire wrapping. This was all from the bead mix that was included in the design kit. And these bead mixes are exclusively made for Softflex company by Jesse James Beads. So I did make those, and those were made off camera. I was doing them kind of late at night. Didn't have the camera rolling, but that's what I did. And if anybody wants to see them, I can take one apart and do another video. So I made those earrings. In the reveal video, I made the little gingerbread earrings. Then I also still have out of this design kit, I still have the 3 bead strands. I still have the bugle beads and the seed beads. And I still have a little pile. Bring the little pile. I still have this little pile here that I'm going to make something with. And I still have my little gingerbread man charm. Now, these beads are my favorite beads of the entire mix. And I think those are going to find their way just in my stash. I don't think I'm going to use those. So that's what we have there. Let me go ahead and grab these out of the way so that all we have on the mat is what we're working on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my sterling silver Extreme Flex beading wire from Soft Flex Company. I love their beading wire, their Extreme Flex. I use the sterling silver and the champagne for my fine line, for the gold filled and sterling silver pieces, and I love this wire. This wire has never failed, and I just absolutely love it. So I do try to protect it with Wire Guardians. And then I have the lobster clasp that was included in the mix, because then we also have a very generous order, or a very generous supply of 2x2 crimp tubes from Soft Flex. And I love these crimp tubes. I do use these in my fine line as well. They are sterling silver. They're very thick walls. And they also have gold filled, gunmetal, copper. So we're going to be using those. We're going to put everything together using our magical crimpers. And yes, you'll see there's only one well there. There's just one well. And what it does with the first little squish, it will form a square with the four corners pinched. And then you just start kind of turning it around, and you end up with a round bead-like finish. Absolutely gorgeous. Love it, love it, love it. Love the look. So we're going to use that. We are also going to use, I don't need the round nose pliers, but I do need some cutters, some chain nose pliers, and I do like using bent nose pliers for putting my jump rings together. The chain that we're going to use is some paper clip chain, and this is from Jesse James Beads, and I'm actually going to use the chain as my closure for the clasp. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I like to work from the spool because I don't like to waste, and so I like to minimize waste. And a way to do that is to work from the spool. So we're just going to work directly from the spool. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start adding from this side here and work my way down, and then I will work my way back up. So we're going to go ahead and add one of these gorgeous little, they kind of look like little disco balls, because they're nice and shimmery and glittery and just cute. I love those. Those are so cute. Then we're going to go ahead and use one of these little kind of cloudy little beads. And then, oh, we're supposed to put a spacer in between. So we have a few different sizes of the spacers. We have this larger one here, the smaller one here, and then even a smaller one that I used in these earrings. They're like little twisted rope spacers. And then we also have the copper, antique copper. So I love all this mixed metal. So that's why I decided to do the silver for the chain, was because we have a little bit of silver in these beads here. We have a little bit of silver shimmer. And then in these beads here, there's some silver. So I just thought I would bring out some pokes of silver, and then decided to use the silver chain rather than using the gold. Okay, so we have that so far. So now I need one of the shimmery balls. We're going to use a spacer. So this is a very, very easy stringing project that's going to end up being a beautiful little masterpiece for your neck. Let's go ahead and keep on going. Now, what is the design challenge from Soft Flex? Well, the design challenge is a monthly kit that they release. It's not a subscription, so you will have to go in and purchase that every time, which that is just perfectly fine, because what you get when you order your kit is that you will also get a $5 off coupon for the next month. Very, very nice, very generous of them to give all of their customers that buy their kits, give them another $5 off. Plus, they always have sales. They have free shipping over, I think, $65 They had a good deal where it was free shipping over $40 over the holidays. Okay, so now, there we go. So there, that looks just the same. And we're just going to give it another quick look and make sure we have that exactly the same. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take this little guy. Let's get a little bit on camera here. I love the boho bead. So I'm going to turn this around. Get you a little centered. All right, so now I'm going to let loose of a little bit more. Now what I want to do is bring everything from here over to here. And I like stacking. I love stacking these spacers. I'm going to pull it up closer. Look how pretty that looks. Doesn't that look pretty? I love stacking that. And these boho beads already have bead caps on them. So I just love stacking that up. And that's going to be the center. Okay, so now let's go ahead and we're just going to continue stringing. And I could probably pass that all through in one swoop. Just like pass it through like that. But I won't. I won't do that. I will grab a couple things and pass them through. And you can hear my dog tiptoeing because it's time for him to eat. All right. So did anybody catch the live on December 6th that I did with Softflex Company? Yes, I did a live design. I was the guest designer. Such an incredible, incredible experience to be live, especially with a company like Softflex Company and also Jesse James Beads. Now we're approaching the end of 2023. And 2023 was quite challenging. It was a challenging year, hobby-wise, which is my jewelry, right? And also professionally, I have a day job, so it's a challenge. And then family is always a challenge, right? You know, you want to make sure you see everybody. You want to make sure that you're spreading your love. Well, it didn't always happen. We had a lot of family health issues, and on December 19th, we lost my mother-in-law, and that was so hard, and it was a long illness, and you know, you just get a little bit of relief knowing that they're at peace and no longer in pain, but it's still hard. It's very hard. So it's been very hard for my husband and all of us, our children. And so we're learning we are looking forward to 2024 to spend time with his dad. And fortunately, I will say fortunately, their house is about, I don't know, maybe 8 minutes from us. So they do not live too far from us. And so they are very easily accessible. All right, so now I'm just going to also just kind of work from the big bag here, and because I want to attach my centerpiece focal necklace bling directly to the chain. And this is paperclip chain from Jesse James Beads. And they have it in three colors: the silver, the rose gold, and that's what I saw just recently. Rose gold and gold. I feel like there used to be a gunmetal as well, but that could have been just a special. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I didn't grab my standard crimping tool, because what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to go ahead and take my wire guardian ends, and I'm using that front well. That front well is a little rounded, and so I'm using that just to bring those two together. Now, I bring the wire guardian ends together just because before that, there was some gap, right? There's a little bit of gap there where there was some wire. And I don't want my chain to get into that section. So I'm going to go ahead and finish that off just right there. And the reason why also I do that is because I want more room for my beads too, right? So that's why I do it. Now what we're going to do is we're going to come in, making sure that our wires are not crossing, and we want to get right in the center of that crimp tube. And again, it's just one well, and we're going to go ahead and give it a squeeze. We give it a squeeze and we have our 4 corners pinched. So it looks like a little square. Now what we're going to do is we are going to turn it on its side. We're going to get right in the middle of it again. And then we are going, I want to make sure I'm in the middle. And then we're going to go ahead and give it another squeeze. And then now we're just going to kind of go around a little bit and just twist and turn until you feel no tension. And when you feel no tension, then you know that your crimp tube is all done. Isn't that cute? Now what you can do is you can trim it very close to that bead, or if you want, you can pass it through. Some people will cut just a little bit off so that a little bit will, so it'll go halfway in so that if the beads move around, then it won't pop out. Or you can come all the way to the end here. That's what I will normally do. So I'll normally do that. And part of the reason why too is because I don't want a little piece sticking out here. However, though, you can get a little piece sticking out where this little tail can come out. So I'm going to show you both ways. So this way, we're going to come all the way down to that crimp tube. That now looks like a bead. And just get as close as you can and give it a little bit of a trim. Okay, and there you go. Now what I'm going to do is bring this all down to the bottom. I'm going to leave myself about maybe an inch or so, 1.5 inches, maybe 2 inches. We'll go 2 inches. The last time I really cut it close. Now what I need to do is I need to figure out how long I need this necklace. So I'm going to go ahead and step off camera for a moment and check to see how many links I want. Okay, so this is where I want it. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this one off here. Open that up. And then send this over to the side. Now I need exactly that same amount of links. So we're going to go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So I'm going to do 12 links. So we are going to go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. And I want to make sure. So you measure twice, cut once. And get that opened up. Push that off to the side. And then I still have lots and lots of chain. Oops, sorry about that. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing on this side. However, though, you'll notice I keep my beads and keep my strand like this. Well, this is because that's how it's gonna lay on your neck like that. And you don't want it to be too stiff, but you also don't want it to be so loose that you see the wire in between. So I just lay it out the way. Let me pull this up just a little bit. I lay this out how it's gonna lie on my chest. Okay, and then I don't want, because I think the tube might go through that bead. So I'm just going to hold on to the tube a little bit and fumbling through. There we go. I got my tube there. And on this side, I'm going to show you how I will finish off and the reason why. Okay, so now let's go ahead and grab that chain now that we've passed that back through the wire guardian. Whoever introduced me to wire guardians, thank you, and I don't know who that was. So now I'm going to go ahead and pass this back through. Okay, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass this through this bead here. And what that allows me to do is get pretty close without having it out here. And then, I don't know how to explain it. It just, I don't know, I feel like I get a better grasp of it. And I'm going to go ahead and bring those together so that my metal doesn't go down in the wire. And that's okay. And then I'm going to go and I'm just going to keep on just kind of scooching things around and keeping everything kind of there. There we go. All right, so now what I want to do is not have that all twisted. But now I want to do is go ahead and grab my magical crimper, bring that in, get that right in the center. Make sure everything's nice and tidy as I want it. And again, it needs to be a little loosey-goosey. I'm feeling like it's a little too much loosey-goosey here. Let's go ahead and just take that off. Bring that in again. And then let's go ahead and get that about halfway right there in the middle. And then give it a crimp down. And we got that 4 corners. Turn it on its side. Crimp down. And then now just start going around until you feel no tension. You can tell there that there was. Things were still moving around. Things are still moving around. There we go. Feeling like it's getting close. And there we go. We have our little bead-like finish. The reason why I like doing it on this side, so this side, you know, it's easy because your beads are free-flowing, right? And you can very easily maneuver around. But on this side, I do like to go 1 bead in, not for security, but only because I feel like I can get it nice and tidy in there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in and I'm going to cut just that wire. So I have things split around. So with 1 finger, I have the working strand pretty far away. And then I have the little tail. There we go. Now I use this because normally I like to use 3 strands when I'm using the crimp tubes. And for me, it just made it easier for me to have a successful bead-like finish. However, though, if you watched, I didn't have to use 3. I don't think I have to use 3 anymore. So I'm kind of excited about that. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take that little homemade jump ring I made from scraps because I don't like waste. Who does? And then we're going to go ahead and open that up. And it's a 20 gauge because it came from the scraps of wire I used from the earrings that I made. And then close it up. Oh, let me make sure I got it. And looks like I did. Okay, perfect. So now, since this lobster clasp has a nice round, large loop, I can go ahead and I don't have to worry about any jump ring or anything. I just go directly onto the chain. And there you have it. Here's our little bit of waist that we have. We have about 1.5 inches of waist. We have a couple links. And there you go. So here is a very easy, fast, beautiful statement piece necklace that can be worn year round. You can see there's some Christmas in there, but there's also some fall. There's a lot going on with this necklace and it can be worn, to me, it can be worn year round. And then be sure to stick around. The next video I will be doing for Wendy's channel will be a reveal of the latest design kit, Deck the Halls from Softlex Company. So please give this video a huge thumbs up, comment. I love to see what everybody has to say, and subscribe. And until next time, have a good one. Hello everyone, it's Jenifer, and thank you for joining me today on Wendy's Crafting Friends channel. Today I'm going to bring to you Deco the Halls, and this is the December design kit challenge kit from Softlex Company, and I am so excited to be unboxing this. I haven't seen this yet, and by the time you see this video, it will already have been shared by Softlex Company. I'm also going to add a bonus design, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. It's going to be something quick and simple, and then later on in the month, in January, I will add another video. So let's go ahead and take a peek. Now, I do know what the bead mix looks like because I bought an extra bead mix as well. And so the design kit is a monthly design channel or challenge. And so what you can do is once you get your kit, after they have done their reveal, you can start posting and post in the VIB. It's the Very Important Beading Studio group on Facebook for Softlex Company. And then on the last, it's usually on the last Wednesday of the month that they will do the next month's reveal. And then what you can do is go ahead and you post your pictures with your designs, and every design you post will be an entry in to win the next available kit. You may use supplies from your own stash as long as we can see kit items in each design. So that is what we have from Softlex Company. Here are the contents of the kit, and I did see the outside. So when I received it, I could see the outside and see that we have some champagne, which I use Champagne Extreme Flex for my fine line, and I love that color. Also too, you'll see a custom Jesse James Beads bead mix, and I did buy an extra one, so I have an extra Deco the Halls bead mix. Also too, Jesse James Beads will, in addition to the kit, so this is what you get in the kit, and we'll unbox that, but then you can also add on a bead strand, and these are exclusively designed for Softlex by Jesse James Beads. So you get that Jesse James Beads quality in a bead mix, or in a bead strand that matches the theme of the kit. So we have a bead mix exclusively designed for Softlex by Jesse James Beads, as well as a bead strand. The bead mix does come in the kit, but many times there will be extras, and Softlex will put those on their site for sale. All right, so I ended up getting 2 bead strands because they were so pretty. And also too, what I've noticed with Softlex is that they have usually chosen this last month, the December bead kit, to be to be a very elegant kit. All right, so let's go ahead and open this up. This is how it comes, and I will reuse the string. I will reuse the string, and also too, I will also reuse the tissue paper. So if you order from me, a lot of times you'll see that same tissue paper if you order from my Etsy shop. All right, so let's go ahead and get this opened up. Ooh, I see some beadwork findings from John Bead. And I see the Extreme Flex. I love this beading wire. Actually, I mean, I love all the beading wire from Softlex Company, but I love this one, that gold color. And Neely Patel from Silver Silk is the one that got me hooked on the Extreme Flex, the champagne. And then when I started my fine line, I started using this for the gold. And then they also have a sterling silver Extreme Flex, so I use that. There is that gorgeous bead mix. And oh Oh, we have more ceramic beads. So in the gingerbread, we had brown. Now we have this kind of dark black, dark gray, because you can see that there's some other little color. And what they had was, I'm going to go ahead and grab this. Soft Flex had them in a bundle. So I have all of the colors in the bundle and then some extra beads. All right, so then we also have, what else do we have? Oh, we have some pearls. So pretty and elegant. Oh my goodness, look at those beads. They have like a silver goldish finish on them. So pretty. Oh, I love it. Then we also have, some Deco fan beads. And oh, look at that finish. Those are so pretty. So pretty. Oh, love it. Absolutely love it. Okay, so let's go ahead and keep those out and keep those out and keep those out. Then let's go ahead and check out our findings. So, oh, we have gold and silver. Oh my goodness. Oh, I love it. Absolutely love it. I will tell you that Soft Flex, they do include a nice, generous portion of crimp tubes, and I use their crimp tubes in all my fine line as well because they are the best. They are so good. They are, so the silver is sterling silver, and then the gold are gold filled, and so that just goes right along with my fine line theme. And they are really thick walled crimp tubes, and when you use them with the magical crimper, you get like a bead-like finish. Super pretty. Okay, thank you, Soft Flex, for including so many of those. Then we have, oh my goodness, look at that button. That is so pretty. Oh, I love it. That is so pretty. And it was nested inside here, which is really cute because it kind of gives it a little bit of a sunburst. However, though, these are beadwork findings, and these are a John Bead product, and I do carry these in my Etsy shop. I have them in this gold, and I have them in silver. And they are perfect for doing stitch around. I think I might want to take, I have the seed beads from the gingerbread kit, and I might want to go ahead and stitch on the inside. That would be pretty. And then maybe put a pearl inside. So if I did a couple rows of that, that would be pretty. Or even doing a row of that blue and putting that in there too. Adding that in. That would be absolutely stunning. I love these. Make a beautiful pair of earrings too. Oh yeah, you could. You could just easily get a large jump ring through there, through one of the holes here. Get a large jump ring and then do some wire wrapping up here, maybe with a pearl or with a fan bead or with one of these long, oh, these check glass beads are so beautiful. Oh, the rectangle, and they are, let's go right here. Those are so pretty. So yeah, if you had a jump ring, so say you had like a jump ring here. Let's go ahead and put it right here. So if you had a little bit of a jump ring here, right? Then you could wire wrap this here like that, and that would make a beautiful earring. You could even use the fan beads just like so. That would be so pretty. Then you can still dangle a little something from here too. So if you wanted to dangle, so if you had maybe this up here, and then maybe dangle something from there. Ooh, you can actually fit these across. Ooh, you could actually fit those across there. So if you wanted to do 2 of those fit almost perfectly in the middle there. So if you could do 2 there and then 2 this, oh, that'd be pretty. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I love these. Those are absolutely stunning. There's our fan beads. And then, of course, we have some ear wires, and we have both gold and silver. And then we also have gold and silver lobster clasps. Thank you very much, Softflex, for including those. Love it. Now let's get to our bead mix. I'm trying to think of what I would want to make on the fly here. Let's check out, let's go ahead and check out what we have. Okay. Toss those out. And, oh my goodness. Look at all this fun stuff. Ooh, those are pretty. Ooh, you can like stack them. If you wanted to put a little bit of E6000 and then stack them like that, and then maybe put maybe a pearl in the middle, that'd be gorgeous. Or even, I don't know if these would fit in there. Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, I'm gonna put E6000 on mine and just kind of stagger them a little bit and then get them. Ooh, that's what I'm gonna do. All right, so I've already got the project figured out with that. Okay. Then we have these are gorgeous connectors. Oh, I think we might do something with that. Oh my, look at those. Oh my goodness. So, so pretty. Either side is pretty. Look at that. Oh, I think I do like some shimmer, but I don't know. I think I like, maybe this isn't right. Is it not right for me to like this side? I kind of dig that side. Oh, are they drucks? They feel like drucks. I think they're drucks. Or druzies. Not drucks. Druzies. So pretty. I guess I could read. Let's read here what we have. Crimp tubes, gold filled, sterling silver. Then we have the ear wires. Then we have the gold plate. Then we have the ceramic rounds. Okay, then in addition, we have the beadwork findings, the Art Deco button, the white pearls, white shell pearl strands. We have the rectangle flower beads, the Art Deco. Then we have black, jet black with antique silver check glass beads. Oh, but they're in the mix. That's right. They're in the mix. But those are probably like, are they druzies? I could be wrong, but I remember having a bead that was kind of like this, and it was called a druzy. Oh my gosh, look at the tassel. Oh, I'm going to do that. I am going to do that. Make it into a necklace. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that and make that into a necklace. So we'll put that off to the side so that we know. Then we have, let's grab some here. We have some, those are so pretty. Oh, I love those. And then, oh my goodness, look at these gold ones. They are so pretty. And then we have some silver. I'm loving all of this mix metal. We have some spacers. We have some little tiny black beads, which I guess I could put in the middle of, oh, those sit in there nicely. I could put those in the middle of there too. Those are so pretty. Oh, I love it. And then you get a couple of pearls. And then look at these barrel beads. Oh my goodness. Those are pretty. And then I love their square beads. And then check out those gorgeous, gorgeous bead caps. Those will likely fit just perfectly on these. You smush them down a little. They'll fit perfectly in there. All right. Okay, so there you have it. And then I'm glad I got an extra bead mix too. So let's see what we're gonna do here. I'm kind of digging these and kind of digging that. However, though, I do want a little bit of black. But I kind of like that with, oh, I have a couple that are connected. Let's go like that. Let's see here. Where's my wire? Here's my wire. Let's go ahead and do this and see. I don't know if these go on there. We'll see. We'll just see. They kind of do. It's kind of a small bead for that. Oh, we have these. Let's bust into these. Oh my gosh, they're pretty. So pretty. I don't know if I'm going to use the fan beads because they are absolutely gorgeous. So, ooh, I kind of... I kind of like this, or it could just be two like that, just to make it a real easy, simple earring. I kind of like that. A little bit of mixed metal. Nope. I don't know if I'm going to use those either because those are so pretty. Go here. Guess I don't have to have a spacer in between. Oh, I was going to do this, wasn't I? These are so pretty. Oh, and I love, I guess I should get on camera. But I think they're just a little too big for that to go along with this. I think I'm going to actually do it like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull this up a little bit. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to go like that. All right, another barrel bead. There we go. That is so pretty. Oh, I love it. So let's go ahead and do that. Let me go and grab, let's see here. I think I have, let me go grab some wire and I'll be right back. Okay, so I could not find any 20 gauge, but that's all right. That's okay. There we are at the end of this one. So for this one here, we are going to go ahead and make some knotted head pins. So let's go ahead and make a couple of those now. And I'm going to go ahead and just trim that off. Okay, let me grab my round nose pliers. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and go to the very tippy tip and start going around. If you have head pins, you can use head pins by all means. But I am just wanting a little bit of that extra little bulk down at the bottom. Okay, then go ahead. Now that I went around twice, I'm going to go ahead and pass that back through. So I'm passing that back through both. I'm going to grab my chain nose pliers here, and I need to grab my nylon pliers, which are right here. Okay, and then I'm going to take them and pull and hope that I don't slip. And have my beads, and I always flatten it. Okay, and so now we have a nice little head pin. Okay, oh, that's so pretty. It just adds a little bit of something. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and go close to the tippy tip here. And then come in with my round nose pliers and go about halfway between that little mark that I have and here, which on these round nose pliers is about 1/4 of the way up. And I'm going to push to the back, and then I want to get that all evened up so that it's nice and centered. Okay, then before I close it up, I'm going to just kind of open it up like a jump ring a little bit. And then I am going to pass that through. And if you want, you can just close it up and then add jump rings if you want. Then close it. And then now, this is long enough to where I can grab it with my hands. And so I'm going to go around once, twice, 3 times. And when I use the 22 gauge, I do like doing the bulky wrap, but I don't know, I think I want to just leave it standard this time around. I think the tip of my, oops. Where did I start? Where did I start? Let's get them to go around just a little bit more. There we go. So I can go around to the back. Okay, get that tightened up in there. I'm trying also not to get my, since I'm coming in on top of this loop, I don't want to accidentally cut the loop too. So that's why I'm kind of going a little careful there. Okay, so let's go ahead and get that just tucked in a little bit. Okay. And the front is here. And so I do want to get this a little bit more evened up. There we go. All right, so now what I'm going to do is, I guess I'll just take this side here and I will, yeah, I'll go ahead and take this one here and come down just a little bit, just maybe about an inch or so, and then go halfway in between, thereabout, doesn't have to be exact. Form that around, push that to the back, get that all nice and evened up. Okay, so now let's just open that up a little bit and then pass that through. Okay, then we are going to close it up. We're going to close it up if I can get my chain nose pliers in there. This is kind of in the way. There we go. Let's close it up. Put our chain nose pliers. Putting our chain nose pliers not where the 2 wires are crossing. And then we're going to go ahead and come around. I'm going to go ahead and use my bent nose pliers just because it's a little short. I guess I should get on camera. I had the camera a little further away this time. I'm not sure why I did that. Probably because the husband decided to leave and I was like, oh, I'm going to record. Okay, so now this is going to be the front. I'm not going to trim that off just yet. I want to make sure that I don't distort the wire, because what happens is I'll trim it off and then I go to tuck it in and then the wire ends up going all fluky. So I'm just going to go ahead and wait. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in and the loop this way, so connecting to the connector is going this way, but I need the loop up here to go this way so I can add my ear wires. So I'm going to go ahead and come in about the tippy tip, give it that 90-degree angle bend. I'm going to come in with my round nose pliers about halfway in between, which is about 1/4 of the way up. And again, that's on these round nose pliers. All round nose pliers are probably a little different in their size. Get that rounded up. And then go ahead and get that locked in place. And I'm going to still go ahead and come in with my bent nose pliers. And go around 3 times. I will always go around 3 times when I'm doing stuff like this, just because then I know how many times I go around so that I'm even on both sides. Now I can go ahead and come in and trim this off. Okay, and I'm going to come in, and I'm coming in at an angle again because I don't want to nip at this. Okay, so now let's go ahead and get this tucked in on this side. So I'm just going to hold it just for a little bit of leverage. And get that tucked in. And, whoops, let's try it again. Let's get that tucked in. Okay, so this is normally not that big of a deal, but okay, so there we go. Get that tucked in. Then we're going to come and tuck it in up here at the top as well. Okay. And there, oh, we have ear wires already. And there we have our design on the fly. Oops, so I'm using some of the beads from the mix. Well, yeah, I'm using the barrel beads from the mix and the connector. And then also using a bead from the strand. I'll get that all nice and there you have it. So there we have our Deco the Halls Design Challenge Kit from Softflex Company for December. By the time you see this, they're going to have the new kit available. So be sure to check out their website. And I'm going to get this other one made up so I can get a picture. And be sure to give this video a huge thumbs up if you like it. Comment. I love to see what everybody has to say. Thank you again, Chris, for including me in the videos for this month. So be sure to subscribe. I'm also going to put in the description the link to Softflex Company, to their website, a link to their YouTube channel, their VIB Facebook page. Also, too, I will include a link to my YouTube channel and my Etsy shop. And until next time, have a good one.